Hey, what's up, everybody? Yes, I'm here even on Halloween. It's All Saints Day, as they say in some places. So I'm just being very light tonight because it's Halloween. Everybody's out and about. I hear the kids in my building, so if you hear them, you'll know it's the kids. It's not me being rude. So what are we talking about tonight? You heard about the shooting with Alec Baldwin, shooting the cinema photographer Helena Hutchins. Very sad story, really sad story. So I have a different take on it. Is what I have actually, because there was a gentleman who was offered the job actually, Neil Zurm, if I can say his name right, Neil Zurmowski. Zurmowski. He's known in the industry. He has years of experience. I mean, a lot of experience, and he actually turned it down. And one of the reasons why he said he turned it down was because when he had all these red flags, like, oh, what do we do about safety, whatever those things would be. He said he saw too many red flags. That's why he turned it down. Now, my thing is this: I didn't know that up until today. So I said, this makes this turn twist for me, not only as a person who's a psychic, but just there's something fishy going on here. I'm not sure what. And I'm actually thinking maybe Alec was set up somehow. Or, I mean, I don't know. This is all speculation, but think about it, right? She's you know, well, she's no, she was like 42 years old, mom of a 9-year-old, and RIP to you, Helena, because another thing is he's getting all of the press and no one's even mentioning her name, nor the other gentleman, Susa, who was shot. So that's awkward. But I was like, could this have been a ploy to get more publicity for the show that's going to come out? Just a thought. I don't know. I hope no one stoops that low, but I don't put anything past anything these days because everybody's desperate for money because they've been out of work for so long that you don't know what people do. Do people take out these life insurance policies on people? So when I hear about somebody dying, I'm like, I don't know. What's the policy looking like? That's just me. And I could be totally wrong. It's just total guess. But it's just weird that this guy, Neil Zoromisky, turned down the opportunity to be the cinematographer, and he's got years of experience. He said they kind of brushed off his experience. They brushed off his experience, and he has decades. They brushed off his experience. They just was like, yeah, just wanted somebody in there. So that to me, and this is just speculation, is an indicator that you already had your plan set. So why didn't you want the best prop man known? Like, why would you want somebody who? And I'm not saying she's not the best either. So I didn't do all my research on her. So that's being truthful. But I hear this guy is the one of the best, and he's seasoned. He knows, he knows everything. And Alec had said in his own quote. Let me see if I can find it for you. Let me see if I can find it for you because he said in his own quote. And I don't know if I'll really show that part, but let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Alec had said in his own quote that about everybody on the set, we're a very well-oiled crew. That means that everybody's seasoned, they all know what they're doing, everybody's got everything down to the science. Boom. Well, if that's the case, then why is Helena dead? And with such a dumb thing. It's not like she fell off of a cliff or like, something hit her in the head, something like that. This is someone put one bullet in a gun. And so, in my opinion, and only my opinion, if I was investigators, I would be checking out what the money situation looks like for that whole crew. Were they desperate for money? Were they going to be losing money at some point because of such a high, profile cast? And who would have the most to benefit on it? Are there any life insurance policies on anybody? I mean, I'd be asking everybody questions, quite frankly, because that just doesn't make sense. That the prop person, okay, I was trying to find his name. I couldn't find who it is, who they actually hired, but I couldn't find the name of the exact person, but I know Joel Sousa was the director, and this young lady, Helena Hutchins, was the cinematographer. But I couldn't find the name of the actual person who is the person responsible. Props is responsible. Okay, Tanya, you go and get guns that look like real guns, but don't get real guns. And he was saying also that there's a lot of stuff in Hollywood with strikes and stuff because they don't get proper treatment and things are very dangerous. In fact, it was Uma Thurman that said it when she made that movie with what's his name? One of my favorite directors. What's his name? Oh man, really? I just got stuck. I got a senior moment. Whatever his name is. He did. Uh, did he do John Travolta's movie? Oh my God, I have his face here and everything, but I just cannot remember his name. Give me a minute, I'll come up with it. But whatever his name is, she had said on her set it was really extremely dangerous and that they were making her do really crazy stuff. Now, just work with me here on this. I believe, and this is just my thoughts, from all the stories I've heard of women in Hollywood, that Hollywood is not friendly to its women actresses. Like they have to really bust their butt to get where they're at and do more than that. But they have to really work hard, if you know what I mean. And they have to be very strategic, or they actually could lose their careers. And so they may not say, "Oh, well, I would demand this," because they know that they might be out. Because unfortunately, Hollywood is still the same as it was 30 years ago. All men are running it, pretty much running. And if there's a woman running it, it's because some man let her run it. That's pretty much, in my opinion, how the Hollywood industry is going. And that's a scary thing for women. You can't speak up. You don't really have a voice. And we're getting it now, but I still don't think, I think there's a few people still being silenced, but that's just my personal opinion. So anyway, I strongly suspect something here. Alec may have been set up. Maybe I'm trying to figure out if I was him and if I was the crew, if I was the detectives, I'd be asking questions like, did anybody hate him? Did anybody want to see this? No, I don't think anybody wants to see a flop because any publicity is better than no publicity. Hollywood made that up, right? So I had never heard of this before until the shooting. So now everybody's heard of it. And now, maybe they'll get ratings up or some crazy stuff, which I don't know why people would do that. I think would be horrific. I think this team, Hollywood, better take this as a loss because I know I wouldn't support it just because you can't even hire the proper people to do your props. Like, dude, that's like a major. Like, how do you have one bullet? It wasn't like the whole thing was loaded with rounds. One bullet. That means someone put that bullet in there. Are there not any cameras on set? Like, do they, like, I would think because it's such an expensive, set of equipment, there would be cameras somewhere to see monitor who was on the set and exactly when did they bring the guns, the props in, because that will tell you who the person is. And then now we got to find out, did they do this intentional? Did they not like, as I just strongly suspect someone didn't like the cinematographer, perhaps. And that was it was like a win-win for them to do this. I don't know how. I don't know. It's just really strange to me. And I know lots of accidents happen on sets, but you better believe me, a bullet and a gun. Somebody knew that bullet was there. I don't know who. I don't know why, but it's too fishy for me. And I hope investigators really dig, not just. And poor Alec, I feel bad for him because he said they were friends and he just took her to dinner. But I know Hollywood. Once you get to a certain level, you play the game, and you play the game at any cost. So I don't know what that means either, but it's a scary thought. And I hope this girl's family really sticks it to Hollywood. Stick it to them good because people have been protesting about, they were going to do a union strike just a few weeks ago, right? And they've been saying things on set are not great and we don't have the right rules, blah, blah, blah. And is this what it takes? Now he's talking about, well, now we need to change the rules. Really? After she's dead? Like, that's a little too late, don't you think? You should have been changed them. So I hope her family sues for her 9-year-old so that he owns Hollywood. That's what I'm hoping, because then Hollywood will learn a lesson that it's not the old boys club anymore. And you can't just go around doing random things like, having guns and props. That's just ridiculous. It just breaks my heart that some 9-year-old's going to be without a mother because someone was senseless and careless. It's just crazy. And it may have been intentional. I don't know. That's my strong psychic side says, oh, I wish I was a fly on the wall to really get the gist. I want to see how much were they losing for this set? Were they losing any money? Because they have to pay these actors who are big names. I want to see, were they in the red on it? And maybe now they won't be in the red. I want to see, did they up any insurance policies? Check that. If you were a detective, I would check that. I would check it all. That's what I would do. I don't think Alec did that on purpose. I think he was probably a victim of someone else's stuff. That's what I think. But I hope I'm wrong. I mean, either way, it doesn't matter how she's gone, and her kid is her kid's um, left without a mom. That's so hard. But whoever this prop person is, they not only need to be fired, but they need to be sued as well. Because I don't know. I would think this is just me. If I was a prop person and I'm dealing with guns, I probably would go shoot it in the woods just to make sure there's nothing in it. But that's just me, because that's if I that was my job, that's what I would do. But and I wouldn't trust that Tommy or Mary said that, oh, there's nothing in it. It's okay. I would never trust that because of what happened. And we've heard things like that before. People had something in a gun, they know, a live round, whatever. So it's not like new it's not new. This doesn't make sense. But anyway, I hope there was cameras somewhere on the set running before the cops were brought in and as they were brought in, because that would help the detectives a lot. So I hope your detectives don't just take this as, oh, a little Hollywood shuck and jive, because then I would be thinking that they're on the take too. In Hollywood, anything's possible. But I'm just saying, if I was the family, I would definitely be asking. And another thing that's annoying is that I keep seeing his picture pop up everywhere, and like I did it too. But let me see if I can get her picture up. Let's see. Let's see if I can switch it. Let me see. Stop sharing. Go back. I'm going to show you her picture. She's such a beautiful young lady. It's so sad. I mean, Hollywood really knows how to do it, boy. They really know how to do it. And it's just, some kid is going to be without this beautiful face every day. So RIP to you, Helena Hutchins. May you rest in peace, and may they find out why this really was done. I don't know what else to say. So I apologize that we have a lot of idiots and running Hollywood. Basically, I'm just saying. I mean, that's sheer idiotness, in my opinion. To have a gun on set and just like I still cannot believe that that's actual thing. So anyway, on that note, I will just say, I just hope that everybody's doing their part. The detectives, the family. I hope you're making sure they investigate and not just be like, yeah, oh, he did it by accident. Oh, he's traumatized. Who cares? Be traumatized. Her family's traumatized the rest of their life. Who cares? Is how I say. I heard him say, "Oh, I'm afraid he might have PTSD." Of course, he's going to have PTSD if he really did it by accident. Well, and even if he didn't, he would have trauma. I mean, you would usually have trauma if you murder somebody. That's usually what happens. And even if it was by accident or unintentional, you still have trauma. But my thing is the 9-year-old is going to have more trauma. That's what I would think about. More about that. I wouldn't care about what I think, because at that point I'm like, damn, I can't believe I killed somebody and a friend. Like, that's just crazy. Crazy. I hope that the police will but it is, well, Santa Fe, I think, is not Hollywood. It's, I forgot where that happened at. It's in another area. So maybe those police will be on it. Probably not as much as I would be if I was a detective, but hey, that's not my job. So I'll just keep it simple. Just guys, look out for that story. I think there's more to it. And I don't know if it ever come out, but I want to know the numbers on how much they were losing on that set. That's what I want to know. How much did it cost to make it? How much they paying I want to know all the financial details. Was there any insurance on the actors, on the people on staff? I want to know all of that. Then I'll come to a conclusion of, yeah, that was really an freak random accident. Or like, it might have been an accident on his part, but maybe the person that gave him the gun, or actually the person that knew the gun was coming to the set and put the bullet in the gun, that person was not an accident. That's what I think. I really strongly believe that. I could be wrong, but I don't believe that part. Maybe it was an accident for Alec, but I think he was I don't think he knew. And because obviously that's why he did did his job of what he was supposed to be doing. So I don't believe he knew, but somebody knew. Believe me, believe me, somebody knew, because whoever put that bullet in there, they knew, and they knew it was going to get shot on a set. They knew that. There's no way they could be like, yeah, we're just going to sit the gun around and it's just going to be sitting here because we need to just take up space. That's not how it works now. Not in a shootout movie anyway. So somebody knew. They need to get to the bottom of who knew. And that would be awesome, because that poor kid, Jeez, I mean, just I can't even imagine. It's just horrible. So with that being said, um, I'm traumatized by that. So I'm gonna go to Sketch City because I'm actually traumatized by that whole thing. I cannot believe that that woman is dead because someone on a movie set forgot to check the gun. It's crazy. Crazy world we're living in, people. But I'm not gonna go crazy with it, and neither are you. So check out our latest at Sketch City.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you need a personal injury attorney who's full of crap. Hello, I'm personal injury attorney Harry Bungmunch. If you dreamt that you've been rear-ended in an auto accident, you may sustain whiplash and a cervical injury and be entitled to cash damages. In that event, go back to sleep and dream of the license number of the car that struck you. If your supervisor at work yelled at you and gave you stomach cramps, you may be entitled to cash settlement for irritable bowel syndrome. If you've been within 5 feet of someone who left rank farts, you may be entitled to participate in a class action lawsuit for mesothelioma, because the courts have broadened the definition of asbestos to include fart-induced asthma.
Hi, I'm Yellen Degenerate. Attorney Harry Bungmunch got me $2 million settlement as a result of my feelings being hurt by people saying I treated my employees like crap. Thank you, Harry Bungmunch. Thank you.
Baby, I'm drunk on know the cop won't love you like I do. Baby, I know that we can't live in the past, but the past is all I see. And why you gotta make me wait? Why you give my love away every day? And she could probably take my place. She could probably take my. Yeah, I was willing to ride, but yeah, even praying to God, but even on God alone. 'Cause I'm choosing you instead. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
One News, live from the Dixie Fires in California.
Excuse me, this is Flash Flood reporting for Channel 1 News from the Dixie Fire in California.
Excuse me? This is my story. Back off. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. I'm truly tirade. It's very hot here. We're going to have to...
Ladies and gentlemen, please excuse us for one moment while we correct this minor misunderstanding.
Yes, one moment, please.
This is my big scoop. You get all the big stories, and I get the kids' lemonade stands, the cats and trees. It's not fair.
Scoop? I'm going to give you a scoop of ice cream if you don't stop it. The reason why I got the story, you don't, because you would screw up a 2-card funeral, Flash. Don't play with me. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. We are back at the wildfires. As you can see, it's getting really hot over here, and we have to go. But I'm truly Tirade reporting for Channel 1 News.
And this is Flash Flood reporting too.
I finally got my dreadlocks started, okay? I finally did it. I'm proud of myself. I am proud because I'm not going to give nobody else no money for my hair.
And welcome to Channel 1 News, and welcome to Fireside Chat. I'm your host, Trudy Tirade, and tonight's guest is Dr. A.L. Falsey. Welcome, Dr. Falsey. How are you?
Hello, Ms. Tirade. I'm fine, thank you.
Fabulous. So let's get right to it, why don't we? Is there a new vaccine?
I'm excited to announce that there is a new vaccine just for the hood. And it's manufactured by Johnson & Johnson. It's 35% less effective than Pfizer and Moderna, so we send it to the hood.
Oh, now, what's your position on hand washing?
The Department of Infectious Disease position on hand washing is that effective hand washing prevents the spread of COVID-19. And when people wash their hands, they should sing happy birthday while they wash their hands to ensure that they wash their hands long enough. And when they wipe themselves, they should stand up and sing the national anthem. Should they do that long enough too?
Well, okay. So what's your position on something like mask wearing?
The Department of Infectious Disease position on mask wearing is that everybody should wear a mask on Halloween. And if your girlfriend is really ugly, she should wear a mask too.
Oh, well. Well, Dr. Fauci, our time is winding up already. But exactly where do you see us in about 5 years?
Well, looking out 5 years, everything is very cloudy. Because I got cataract.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Fauci, for coming to see us. We really appreciate you here at Channel 1 News Fireside Chat. I'm your host, Trudy Tirade, and tonight's guest has been Dr. A.O. Fauci. Thank you again, Dr. Fauci, and we hope you'll come back and join us again.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Hey, Jane, why don't we go to dinner?
All right, we can go to dinner if you like. I always love dinner. Can I go too?
Of course you can go. Dinner's for everybody. Everybody has to eat, right?
Baby, I'm drunk on it. No, the cop won't love you like I do. Baby, I know that we can't live in the past, but the past is all I see. And why you gotta make me wait? Why you give my love away every day? And she could probably take my place. She could probably take my. Yeah, I was running to God, but yeah, even praying to God, but even I'm God alone. 'Cause I'm choosing you instead. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey, welcome back. You're watching On the Town with Tanya, and I'm your host, Tanya Cooper. It has been a pleasure. I'm trying to see who was out here. Hey, Gina, sending love and prayers to your family. Hope everything's well. I see the house you're working on, and it is awesome. I can't see who's in the chat. I see there's somebody out there, but I can't see exact names of who's out there. So I'm sorry, guys. I can't talk to you this week. Eventually, I just want to let you know for the new year, On the Town will be on YouTube. And so the only thing you'll see on my Facebook page will be me sending the link. That's about it for the new year. And I'm going on a hiatus. Yes, because we're going to try to restructure everything and see if I can do bigger and better. Okay. So I will be bringing new shows after December. Well, no, there might be a couple new shows, but I'll be bringing new shows for the new year. And after December, the mid-December, I will have I won't be playing reruns. So you'll see reruns. You'll see shows on the days I'm supposed to have the show. But I'm going to be in a different time zone, basically. So it's easier that way. And it's time. I've been doing this for years, and I've never taken a break because we keep trying to perfect it for you guys and try to get it right. So I thank you so much for watching with us. I thank you for rocking with us for this long. And I've moved my show from Brooklyn to Manhattan to back to Westchester to all different places. So it's a learning curve, which I don't mind taking with you guys because you guys are awesome. And I'm a true artist. I believe all artists should be able to do what they want and however they want. Some people do it better than others. Some people have more resources, but I still think you should still be doing what you want. And regardless, and don't sit around and wait for someone to tell you that it's the perfect day, it's the perfect time. You have the amount of money. That's like when when they say, "Oh, you're gonna have a kid." Most people say, no, I'm never going to have a kid. You don't sit and say, well, I think I'm going to plan to have 2.0 kids, as Bill Gates would say. 2.0 kids. I mean, who does that, really? So it's sort of like that. Do what you love to do. Do what you're called to do. How do you know if that's it? Because everyone tells you that you're the best at it. That's how you know. You're drawing, you're painting, you're singing, your carpentry, you're cleaning. I mean, I know people that have OCD so bad. I'm like, girl, you need to come to my house. I'll give you the $60, whatever, or whatever. So whatever your gift is, don't underestimate it. And know this, that, it was man that decided that you had to have it this particular way in order for it to be perfect or people to watch it or do it or whatever. But I'm telling you, that you just keep doing it. Eventually you're going to find out what works and what doesn't work. And it's okay because you're still doing what you love. That's more important than anything to me, because if you're doing it from the heart, it's a different place than just motion, motion doing, I call it. So go for your dreams, guys, because life is short. If you ain't learned nothing from the pandemic, life is short. We could be gone tomorrow with this pandemic's over. Praise God. Well, not over. It's not over. Take that back. It's not over, but it's hiding somewhere. Okay. It's marinating. But so we never know. We really never know. And at least if you died tomorrow, at least if I died tomorrow, I want to say, well, I did what I love. Even if I didn't get $1 million for it, I don't care about the money. I just want to be doing what I love. I love writing screenplays. I love this. I love interviewing people. Y'all know I'm a creative. I can't help it. I've tried my best to do everything else. I've done other things and I'm good at, working with people. There's so many other good things that I do, but my favorite thing is being with you guys. So I hope for the new year that will be the goal. And I appreciate you guys for checking out On the Town with Tanya. Go like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope to bring it up a notch for the new year. Okay. But you will be seeing repeated shows and you might even see a couple interviews popping up because we're trying to work out time schedules for that, for the new interviews. Okay. And in the meantime, I appreciate you all so much. And I hope to see you in the new year. It's time for me to go visit my little grandbaby. Bye.